What's going on, y'all? Brother Doug here. So I just got in from work to some exciting news. I'll just cut right to the chase. Marvel, Disney finally have negotiated with Sony to bring Spider-Man to the MCU. But then let me talk about Miles real quick, y'all. I love Miles Morales. For those who don't know, Miles Morales is the successor to Peter in the Ultimate Universe and becomes the Ultimate Spider-Man in the Ultimate Universe. So I think it's gonna be a long while, y'all, before we see Miles movie because we're just getting into. I don't know if they're gonna continue with Spider-Man 3, with Andrew Garfield, or if they're just gonna full out, reboot the whole thing again for the third time. But I don't know. I kind of like Andrew Garfield as Spidey. A lot of people are talking to me on Twitter right now, like, yeah, he was awesome as Spidey. Yeah, Spidey. He wasn't Peter to me. Peter was the straight up nerd. The person who easily gets bullied. Glasses. Just his characteristic. I don't know. He was in both Spider-Man 1 and 2, Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2. He was just, I don't know, kind of like a jock a little bit, like an emo jock. Some days he didn't want to be bothered, and some days he's acting all cool. Acting like he's a popular kid in school. And then in Amazing Spider-Man 2, the kiss what he had with Gwen during the graduation. I don't think Peter in the comics would do that, or even Tobey Maguire. Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. That's just me. He plays a damn good Spidey, though. I can't lie. The person that cracks jokes. That's just basically it. I thought I had like a whole list going on. Nah, just the one. And the thing that pissed me off though about Mark Webb's Amazing Spider-Man, and you guys know I said this too. I hate the fact that Uncle Ben's killer got away. There was no solution to the problem. On all the comics, cartoons, and even Raimi's movies. Uncle Ben's killer's dealt with, but with this one. I don't know. I don't know. It just doesn't really. It just puts a bad taste in my mouth. Speaking of bad taste in my mouth, uh, yes, we're getting a Spidey movie soon. He might appear next year in Civil War, because he plays a big role in Civil War. Mark Miller's Civil War. If you haven't read it, make sure you check it out. Spidey's movie is now coming out in 2017. So Thor 3 is taking Black Panther's spot, which is supposed to be November. Spidey's coming out in July, and now Black Panther's coming out in 2018. Of course we're gonna see Black Panther next year, or maybe earlier this year. I'm hearing the after credit scene for Avengers 2 is gonna introduce BP T'Challa, but we'll see. The movie's out, y'all. Avengers 2 leaked, but I'm being a real fan. I want to see it live and in person with the rest of the fans. I don't want to watch it leaked. Right now I've seen pictures of it. Saying property of Marvel Studios, but I'm tempted. I'm tempted. So let's get back to the story. Oh, so we're clear, Sony still holds the rights to Spider-Man. It's just that Marvel is gonna have some kind of creative control as well. So let's be clear. Disney doesn't really own all the rights to Spidey. Sony still does. They're just teaming up with Disney and Marvel. So with Amy Pascal, who I don't know, if you guys aren't really too familiar with the Sony leak, she had some emails. She said some pretty racist jokes about Obama. Other than that, I'm excited, y'all. I'm just a little angry that Black Panther has to wait another year for his movie to come out. How do y'all feel about this whole news about Spidey joining the MCU? Do you want Andrew Garfield to continue playing Spidey? Do you want a new actor? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure you like the video, share the video, subscribe, follow me on Facebook and Twitter, and like always, deuces.